Everybody. Welcome to my channel, Be Free Now with Maria. So today, before I begin, I want to mention that this evening I am not available, so I'm not going to be hosting the circle. However, I will be doing it next Thursday at our usual time, live on Zoom. The topic is going to be on rejection. We're going to dive into that. We're going to work on dealing with rejection and shifting, right, from oppression to expression and releasing, right, our connections and our perceptions to the feelings that we feel when we feel rejected. All right, so with that said, if you're interested, visit my website for more information, and all the information is down in the description below. All right, so today I'm going to do my bag of words. I'm going to choose a word or two, or maybe three, and see what I'm inspired to share. Let's see. All right, guilt. Oops, that fell back in. So I guess, I don't know, maybe, I don't know if I'm going to incorporate that because that fell back in. Oh, faith. Okay, so faith over guilt, huh? Okay, let's see. We're going to go with that then. And, oh, guilt came back. Oh, we're definitely talking about guilt now. All right. So, okay. A few words are trying to come out now. Okay. Ooh, achieve. All right. So we're going to achieve some freedom from that guilt, right? That's what we want to do, because guilt is a yucky feeling. But, it is something that we could feel for many different reasons. But what's coming to mind is the guilt that we put on ourselves when we want to do something different and show up differently. So, for example, we don't really want to go to an event, but we feel guilty about saying no. Or let's say, we don't really want to help in some way, but we feel guilty or like we're bad people in some way because we don't want to help in that way. But we forget that it is okay to have our preferences, and that when we feel guilt over our preferences or create an identity because we have these preferences, we diminish ourselves, right? We make ourselves smaller. We forget that it's okay and that we matter too, and that not wanting to be a part of something isn't making us a bad person. It's part of being human, right? We have our preferences. It's one thing, right, if we're intentionally trying to hurt somebody else and then feel some guilt over that. I mean, there's some healthiness to that in the sense that we recognize, ooh, that wasn't the best side of me. But to also keep on beating ourselves up because of it or feeling really terrible for an extensive period of time isn't really helpful. Apologizing is helpful, right? Recognizing that's not who we want to be and how we want to show up to the world is helpful. But ruminating over it and going over and over and over in our heads and feeling bad about it isn't necessarily going to help us. It's going to really lower our mood, and nothing really positive is going to come from that. So we want to make sure, right, that we shift from that, because ultimately we want to achieve emotional freedom, right? We want to feel good. We want to feel lighthearted. We want to feel more open and receptive to life, and we really can't move in that direction if we're being held back by guilt, and if we don't allow ourselves to be human or to make mistakes and so forth, right? So we want to shift from that, and we want to create a space that's a little bit more loving and accepting for ourselves, because then we're able to show up more lighthearted and more open to life. And last but not least, the word faith. Faith is, right, believing in the unseen, or right, like having faith, right? Knowing that even though I cannot see it, it can also be true. So to that, I will say, right, that we can go in many directions with that, right? Many ways that we can have faith. But in relation to what I'm speaking of right now, I'm going to say that we want to have faith that we can make changes, and that we can create a more healthier mindset for ourselves. And we do that one step at a time, every time we show up for ourselves, right? And when we have that faith, even though we can't, we haven't seen that side of us, right? We can cultivate that side of us, and we can live in that faith, knowing that it is possible for us to evolve, right, as people, and to connect more with to gain self-awareness, and also to connect more with our soul, so that, right, we become the type of people, right, that we want to be, or become more whole in the way we see ourselves and the way we approach life. So yeah, that's what I'm thinking about in relation to faith and the words that I got. So if I'm going to end with that. If this message helped you in some way, please hit the like button and subscribe to my channel so that you can be notified when I upload further videos. And if you're interested in diving into rejection with me on April 3rd, from 7 p.m. 7 to 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Go to my website and find out more information about how to register there. And I will see you then. All right. Well, have a beautiful day and bye for now.